Right, hello, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where we have heaps to talk about today. Pre-season to talk about, transfer window to talk about. Celtic news is heating right back up, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. But before we go any further though, if you guys are enjoying the off-season content so far this off-season, and you want to help support the channel, the best way to do so is to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, let's get started with pre-season. No fliff-flaff, just get straight into it. And as we're all aware, Celtic have 6 pre-season matches within the space of 3 weeks. And 4 of those 6 fixtures have been confirmed against Banik Ostrava, Legia Warsaw, Blackburn Rovers and Norwich City. The only 2 that were unconfirmed were the 2 during the Austrian pre-season camp on the 6th and 9th of July respectively. But today, SLFC, who are the organisers of all our pre-season camps in Austria, have confirmed on their website that Celtic will play Rapid Vienna at the Allianz Stadium in Vienna. So, a much different opponent to, I think, a lot of what of people, especially myself, are expecting. You know, we are expecting Austrian teams that had names resemblant of Austrian Frankfurter or Verster. They are also a good test for our boys very early on in our very early in our pre-season campaign. Not even a campaign, just pre-season camp, right? You know, we'll be lacking match fitness very naturally, but Rapid Vienna, a team who I must add are in Europa Conference League qualifying, they are actually starting their pre-season fixtures later today. It is it's tomorrow morning for me, and then later today for you guys in the UK. But it's a great test for the boys, you know. It's also a great opportunity for Ange to see a lot of the fringe players get an opportunity to impress. And yeah, give them the opportunity, because heading into this season, we're going to need as many players as we can to rely on, because of all of the fixture congestion that will go on. Right, so that's that. We still don't have the details of who we will be playing on the 6th of July. So just for now, we know that on the 9th of July, we can add that to our calendars. It will be against Rapid Vienna. Now into the bulk of the video. The transfer window is in complete swing for Celtic, right? And we'll start with 2 confirmed signings and departures. And they happened in the early hours of this morning for me. Great news to wake up to. Firstly, Ben Siegrist has joined the club on a 4-year deal, and Liam Scales has left the club on a season-long loan at Aberdeen. Now, the Siegrist deal, great bit of business. Over the moon, right? If you haven't seen the 5-minute YouTube video on Celtic's YouTube page about an interview with him, you can tell he is absolutely ecstatic about joining Celtic. Now, he's on a 4-year deal at 30 years old, a completely free transfer. For me, it's daylight robbery for a player who could easily be starting in the Championship, no questions asked, right? Obviously, you know, it's no Jota, but still, we'll get onto that later. It's still a very, very solid signing. And he's a keeper who could, like I said, easily be starting in the Championship, but has chosen to fight for a spot at Celtic. Do I think he'll get much of an opportunity? No. Right, you know, he's clearly a very talented keeper. We saw it in every performance, in every Celtic Dundee United match last season. But Joe Hart's our number 1. It's going to take an absolute stinker of a performance from Joe Hart, or consecutive stinking performances from him for Siegrist to take his spot. But Ange is clearly happy that he's been brought to the club and added to our goalkeeping ranks, telling the club's website, "We all saw last season the ability that Ben has. As time and time again, he delivered fantastic performances. He is a really talented keeper with the ambition to always work, to develop himself further and to achieve success, and I think in signing Ben, we have made a very important addition to our squad." I'm happy with it. It's a great signing, great backup keeper to have. What it means for Scott Bain's future at the club, who knows, but we'll wait and see what happens there. Moving on now onto Liam Scales, and he's off to the Dons for the season. Interestingly, though, Jim Goodwin, who is the manager at Aberdeen now, has said he will be playing as a left-sided centre-back rather than the left-back spot, which he has been mainly utilised in an Ange Postecoglou system. We all knew when he joined the club he had the capability to play both, and it was going to be interesting to see where Ange thought he was best in. So he thought he was best in the left-back spot. Now Goodwin is going to be playing him in the centre-back role. Now, I'm happy for him. I think it's great for him. He'll get a significant increase in playing time. And surprisingly, though, there is no option to buy. I think that was one of the main things when this rumour first came to fruition, was that Aberdeen wanted him permanently rather than on a loan. But there isn't even an option to buy in this deal. So, well, none that has been publicly reported for all we know. But still, it's a bit surprising, but it's clearly a sign of intent from the club that they see Scales as a part of the future, but just not a part of the now, which is understandable. He's still got a lot of raw talent there, but he still does need a lot of refining, and that significant increase in playing time should help him achieve that. Regardless, though, into some rumours now. And I'm dreading this, right? I'm dreading doing all these rumours because, as we saw in yesterday's video, I'll cover a rumour, and then, 10, 15 minutes after I upload, it will be absolutely debunked. Not to name names, but thanks to the Croatian media. Stupid Fabrizio Romano reporting that Juranovic is going to leave. Just trying to stir the pot with Celtic fans. Anyways, let's start with Alexandro Bernabei. Now, Argentinian outlets and journos in the early hours of this morning were releasing pretty much hourly updates on the situation. First, it was reported by CL Merlot on Twitter that Celtic and Lanús had reached a verbal agreement on a permanent transfer deal, and that there would be an added on 10% sell-on clause for Lanús. Then, give or take an hour, right? It was reported by Seba Ongarelli, I hope I've pronounced that right, not too Italian, more Argentinian, that Lanús had accepted Celtic's offer, and it should be announced very soon that Bernabei will become, and surprisingly so, I actually had to fact check this morning, but he will actually become Celtic's first ever Argentinian player. Pretty surprising, pretty cool, nice little fact. Anyways, then after that, another report came out, not by an Argentinian outlet this time, but more by Sky Sports' Anthony Joseph, not Anthony Joshua, that's the fighter. Anyways, the fee has been agreed as £3.75 million. That isn't expensive by no means, but it isn't cheap by no means. So obviously, that fee is there because he is a key player in Lanús' system, and they see he has a lot of potential, and obviously Celtic do as well, and they agreed to that fee. Very positive signs right now. Obviously, I understand with a lot of all these reports going out that a lot of you may still be, a bit on the edge. You might be like, it's all talk and nothing solidity, right? But a video was uploaded by I think it was the head of the medical staff at Lanús. It's a very touching video, right? Going around, and it's Bernabei being embraced by his Lanús teammates and coaches in quite an emotional tone. He's clearly saying his goodbyes in the video, and it's pretty much all but confirmed now. He knows he's leaving the club. His teammates and the staff know he's leaving the club. And yeah, so I guess to expect a signing either later today or in the coming days, I think. And I've always maintained that I think that Bernabei has the potential at 21 years old and the talent already to come in and to kick Greg Taylor out of his starting left back spot. Will he 100%? No, I can't guarantee anything, but I think he has the assets already that if he comes in, works hard, performs, he will 100% get that spot over Greg Taylor without a shadow of doubt in my mind. First opportunity for him as well will be the Austrian pre-season camp against a good side like Rapid Vienna. Expect to see a lot of minutes for him because he obviously wasn't on international duty. He will be in there right from the offset, without a doubt. Anyways, moving into Alpha Semedo. Now, if you don't know much about Alpha, I don't know why I'm calling him Alpha. If you don't know much about Semedo, you can go look at my channel. It's like the third most recent video. I completely do an in-depth scout report of him. I don't know how in-depth is in-depth, but to me it is. Anyways, yeah, Portuguese outlet Diário de Transferências. It's the Portuguese way of saying transfers, right? I've butchered it completely. Anyways, they are reporting that Celtic and Guimarães have agreed on a loan deal with a mandatory option to buy at the end of the season for roughly £2 million. And then there will be add-ons that could take it all the way up to £3 million. Now, it's reported to be a 3-year deal after the initial loan, so that's a 4-year deal from when he first joins the club. Now, I'm not convinced on him. That's the hard truth about it. As the old saying goes, though, trust in Ange. And if he does sign, I will give him a fair go, without a doubt. I won't come on here and slander him straight away, because that's just hypocritical. But I will give him a fair go, and I'll let his footballing do the talking for him. Anyways, looking into how Celtic's transfer window has gone so far, in the first 2 weeks, it's already been a success, you know. Like, so far, it's only been open for 2 weeks, but it's already been a success. You know, we've signed officially Cameron Carter-Vickers and Ben Siegrist to the club. We've seen Barkas leave on loan to Utrecht, and now Scales has gone on loan to Aberdeen. We let go 9-10 different players who let their contracts run out, you know. And in terms of rumours, Jota, Bernabei, and Semedo now are all expected to be signed by the end of the week, if all these reports are true. I think it's more certain we will see Jota and Bernabei by the end of the week. I still think there's some stuff that can go wrong with the Semedo deal. I don't 100% believe this rumour, the report from the Portuguese outlet, but if it does prove to be true, I guess we'll all be seeing all three in the Hoops colours at the Austrian preseason camp. But we also have room to let go of players, and I think you could pretty much bet your house on the fact that we will see Sorrow, Ayeti, potentially even Mikey Johnston all leave the club this season, whether that just be loan options with mandatory options to buy permanent deals. It's going to be hard to get permanent deals for someone like Ayeti and a Sorrow, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Even if they are loan deals, we get them off the books for this season at least, and their wages. But yeah, no, there's so much room. You know, we've still got, I believe, we've got over 2 months of the transfer window left. We could be signing so many more players, but it's a great sign of intent from the club and from Ange that we are getting these players in early and getting rid of the dead wood early. And I can't wait to see what this week brings. I'm actually hoping I wake up tomorrow morning and that I see, you know, we've officially signed, you know, Bernabei or Jota or someone at least. You know, it's always a good day when Celtic sign someone. But that is all from me. So if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave in the comments below your thoughts on all this transfer news. And until next time, hail, hail.